Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluctus Channel. Nagashima Island, off southern Japan, has transformed from a quiet fishing village into the country's top producer of yellowtail, supplying sushi and seafood markets worldwide. Small-scale coastal fishing gave way to offshore farming, blending time-honored techniques with modern innovation. Yellowtail, raised on Nagashima, are fed a carefully developed, standardized diet made primarily from soybean-based products, including enzyme-treated soybean meal. This specialized feed ensures steady growth and enhances the texture and flavor of the meat, making it highly desirable in high-end sushi restaurants and seafood markets across the US, Europe, and Asia. However, feed alone isn't the secret to success. The island benefits from fast-moving ocean currents that act as a natural treadmill, keeping the fish constantly active. This continuous motion promotes lean muscle development and overall health, producing a fish that is robust, flavorful, and visually pristine. The scale of production on Nagashima Island is staggering. More than 2 million yellowtail are produced annually, making the island the single largest producer in Japan. Operations are overseen by the Azuma-Cho Fisheries Cooperative Association, which manages every stage of the process, from feeding and health monitoring to harvesting and shipping.
ブリ、サバ、シマアジなどを養殖をしており、今28年目になります。私たちが養殖しているブリ用は年間を通じて安定した品質を保っており、私たち東町漁協では餌の工夫を重ねていった結果、年間を通じて安定した品質でお届けできるようになりました。
Beyond ensuring a reliable supply of fish, the cooperative provides stable employment, trains fishermen in sustainable practices, and maintains strict quality control standards, supporting the local economy in the process. Fishermen are central to the system. Their work goes far beyond casting nets. They follow precise feeding schedules, adjusting portions based on daily health checks and water conditions. This ensures consistent growth, reduces waste, and maintains the island's reliability as a supplier to international markets. Harvesting is equally meticulous. Most work occurs at night or early in the morning, when cooler water temperatures reduce stress on the fish. Equipped with waterproof gear and safety equipment, crews use specialized scoop and lift nets made from durable synthetic materials. Some farms even employ pumps to transfer live fish directly into holding tanks, further reducing handling stress. Only a portion of the population is harvested at a time, keeping farms productive year-round. Once caught, yellowtail are processed using the traditional ekijimi method. A sharp spike is inserted into the fish brain immediately after harvest, minimizing stress and preserving the delicate texture of the flesh. The fish are then stored in ice water tanks and transported to port. Each vessel carries 6 to 10 crew members, with additional staff at the port handling unloading, weighing, sorting, and packing. Fish are carefully placed in insulated containers with ice or gel packs, maintaining a precise temperature throughout shipment. This coordinated, labor-intensive process ensures that Nagashima yellowtail consistently arrives at top-tier restaurants and seafood markets in pristine condition, solidifying the island's reputation as a global leader in aquaculture. While Nagashima Island demonstrates the scale and innovation of modern aquaculture, just a few hundred miles away, a centuries-old fishing tradition on China's Lijiang River reminds us of the enduring bond between humans and nature. Cormorant fishing, an ancient Chinese practice, uses trained birds to catch fish, a method that once provided vital sustenance but now survives primarily as a cultural attraction. In Xinping Town, Yangxiao County, only a handful of fishermen still practice the craft. Among them is 84-year-old Hyung Changfa, who has trained more than 20 cormorants over his lifetime.
I今年84了，像我这把年纪的呢，没有几个了。这60岁左右的人呢，还有10多个，10多个专门捕鱼的吧啊，其他的那些搞旅游的也有啊，他不捕鱼了。
Hyung relies on these birds to catch fish weighing up to 4.5 pounds. Hyung's day begins before sunrise. Dressed in a traditional jacket and straw hat, he repairs his nets and boards a modest wooden boat. The cormorants, some of which have been with him for over a decade, perch at the front and back as he paddles through the emerald waters. Hyung's method relies not only on the birds, but also on his own skill. Strategic net casting complements the cormorant's work, creating a synchronized rhythm that maximizes the day's catch. Training cormorants is a meticulous process that begins when the birds are 6 months old. They are gradually introduced to the water, taught to dive efficiently, and conditioned to return to the fishermen with their catch.
过了20年以后呢，他捕鱼就没有这么厉害了，老了啊。他就吃鱼，其他东西一概不吃的。没有吧？在工作之前就给他工作先，把这个脖子勒个稻草，工作以后完毕了才解开稻草才给他吃。他吃饱了不干活的了。
A soft string or straw tied around the bird's neck prevents it from swallowing larger fish, while smaller fish are offered as rewards to reinforce the desired behavior. Years of training allow the cormorants to respond instantly to Hyung's subtle cues. With focused eyes scanning the river, the birds dive swiftly and resurface moments later, clutching their catch. Hyung retrieves the fish, sometimes helping them release it into his waiting basket. The river itself is a spectacle. Towering mountains, serene waters, and a diverse ecosystem of more than 40 fish species. For generations, locals have depended on the Lai River, and Hyung's practice preserves a centuries-old tradition, even as tourism and modernization reshape the region. Despite the physical demands and his age, Hyung continues, motivated by pride, legacy, and the joy of sharing this living history with visitors. From China's ancient cormorant fishing, we now turn to Vietnam, where the longtail boat powers a bustling, modern fishing industry along the country's extensive coastline. These boats are an iconic part of Vietnamese life, used for fishing, transport, and floating markets. Over time, longtail boats have evolved from simple canoes into flat-bottomed wooden vessels equipped with distinctive propulsion systems. The hulls are fitted with refurbished diesel engines, often sourced from old vehicles, costing roughly $300 depending on condition. A long drive shaft extends roughly 7 feet into the water, giving the vessel its long tail nickname.
Chú làm nghề sửa máy này đã lâu rồi, hồi năm 1997 tới giờ. Theo chú hiểu là trước đây là khoảng 30 năm. Là tại vì trước đó là chú đã hiểu, trước đó chú đã đi biển, mà chú đã thấy ngư dân ở đây người ta xài dùng máy ô tô xe tải rồi. Đó là cái cách đó là truyền thống để học những cái tàu Thái Lan đánh bắt nước ngoài. Mấy năm đó nó bị bắt vô đây á, nói chung là dân mình cũng học theo ngoài đó, rồi chế biến theo cái kết cấu là máy ô tô sử dụng xuống thay thế cho máy thủy. Là chế biến lại cái vấn đề cái đấu cái bánh trớn với hộp số ở sau thôi.
For fishermen, the engine is both power and ingenuity. Mounted on a pivoting mechanism, it can tilt vertically and rotate horizontally, giving the lightweight boat remarkable speed and maneuverability. Daily trips begin before sunrise, often lasting over an hour to reach optimal fishing locations. Trawling nets, attached to V-shaped wooden poles with weighted bottoms and floated tops, are deployed as the boat glides slowly at 1 to 2 knots. The net aperture remains open to capture fish efficiently, while seabirds often swoop in to snatch their share. Hauling the catch requires teamwork. Fish are emptied into containers, rinsed to remove debris, and partially processed on board to preserve freshness before buyers arrive. Once the buyer is on site, fish are weighed on manual scales and transferred to the buyer's boat. By day's end, fishermen like Huan Van Ling has not only provided for his family, but contributed to Vietnam's $400 million annual fish export industry. For him and thousands of others, the longtail boat is more than a vessel. It's a lifeline, a tool, and a symbol of resilience in one of Southeast Asia's most productive fishing nations. While the longtail boats navigate Vietnam's waters, on land, technology is quietly reshaping how farmers prepare feed for the same fish. At the heart of this innovation is Komi Quang Tien, based in Dong Nai province, specializing in livestock machinery, ornamental tree chippers, and advanced agricultural equipment. The company has developed machines that turn banana trees into nutritious fish feed. The process begins on the factory floor. Engineers and technicians create the machine's body or frame using hydraulic presses and precision tools. Each frame is carefully shaped and assembled, a process that requires precision and attention to detail. Once the structure takes form, technicians polish it thoroughly, smoothing out imperfections to guarantee flawless operation. Industrial-grade gasoline engines are mounted on the frame, providing the power necessary to shred through banana stalks. Once assembled, the machine is transported to farms where freshly cut banana trees are fed into a wide hopper. Adjustable settings allow operators to control chip size depending on the species, while safety features keep operators secure during long workdays. Rotating blades slice the stalks into small chips, which are expelled through a chute directly into fish ponds. Mechanizing banana feed preparation reduces labor and increases efficiency. Farmers can process large quantities quickly, deliver fresh feed directly to ponds, and maintain a consistent, nutritious diet for their fish. The machine embodies a perfect blend of practicality and engineering, bridging traditional aquaculture needs with modern efficiency. Across Asia, fishing takes many forms, shaped by culture, geography, and technology. From Nagashima Island's high-tech offshore farms to Huang Chengfa's century-old cormorant fishing, and from Vietnam's iconic longtail boats to Homi Quang Tien's banana tree chippers, the human connection to water remains at the core. These stories illustrate a universal truth. Feeding the world's appetite for seafood relies on a combination of skill, innovation, and respect for natural resources. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our new content. See you next time.